Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Mining Insider. It's great to be back in front of the mic today. So many things going on, and now more than ever, it's extremely challenging to be a miner. We're seeing crypto prices have been crushed this past week. Mining profitability is very low, and it's very challenging for many people I know to even be able to be profitable in GPU mine. Hopefully it's only temporary, and I think with the prices of crypto, and especially now, I'm caught in an extreme heat wave. So I've even had to down some of my cards or rigs even during the day just to be able to survive this extreme heat. In my mining farm, it can quickly grow up to over 110 degrees Fahrenheit, but I don't want to damage or hurt my cards, so I'd rather just turn them off for the hot parts of the day, and then I'll just run them at night where I can do it more safely. And I think having the right overclocks is really important to be able to do that. So I've been taking a look at a new release of the QuickMiner. And in this new QuickMiner, it has a totally revised OCTune tool with a very sexy graph up top. I'm able to see my number of cards, the total hash rate, the power consumption, as well as efficiency and temperatures, which is extremely important to me in this challenging time. So I'm going to be doing a quick video on the new QuickMiner with the OCTune tool update. Hopefully it helps you tune your rigs and get better hash rate or even higher efficiency out of it. If you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to press down on that subscribe button. So let's go take a look at the new QuickMiner. Looking at the NiceHash blog post dated June 9th of 2022, you will see QuickMiner version 0.5.4.4 RC, so it's a release candidate, with a redesigned OCTune tool has been released. And it says here, Dear NiceHash miners, a new QuickMiner release candidate has been released. Update now and use the redesigned OCTune tool. And an important note I see in the changelog, in addition to the OCTune tool, it mentions a bug fix. It says there's stability fixes for LHR cards. If you're experiencing stability issues with the QuickMiner or the OCTune tool previously, you're definitely going to want to check this out. When I'm doing GPU mining, stability is the most important thing for me. Sure, it's great to get a little bit higher hash rate or better efficiency out of your cards, but not if it sacrifices your stability. I want my rigs running 24/7, especially now in this extremely challenging time to be a GPU miner. Stability is one of the biggest factors in GPU mining, in my opinion. So for my demonstration today, I'm going to be testing the latest QuickMiner on my desktop PC, where I have 3 graphic cards, one 3070 and two 3060 Ti's. I've let this miner run all night long, and it's have over 5,000 accepted shares. So this at least looks pretty optimistic to me that the miner is becoming more stable. But let's go switch over and take a look at some of the new features we're seeing with the OCTune tool. Flipping over to NiceHash, I see my test PC and solo test PC queue for QuickMiner, and my 3 graphic cards, one 3070 and two 3060 Ti's. The NiceHash dashboard on their website is really informative. I get to see the status, the temperatures, the VRAM, the memory control load, fan speed, and the wattage. I'm using QuickMiner, so I'm using the built-in overclocks. I'm just using medium for right now, and I'm getting great results with it overall. However, please keep in mind, I am recording while I do this mining session, so I will have a lower hash rate than I would normally have if I wasn't recording. So a quick tip for you, if you have a gaming PC, or especially if you have a webcam plugged in, a lot of times if you unplug that webcam and even microphone, you'll get a higher hash rate often out of your cards mining. With that said, I just wanted to show you this, and let's go into the original OCTune tool. So wow, this is really like going back to the dinosaur ages. This is the original NiceHash OCTune tool. It has the excavator health monitor on top. You see, it's just too much information here. Again, this is as I quoted from one of my last videos on the QuickMiner. It looks like looking inside of like a fighter jet dashboard. It's not very intuitive how you would use it. There's these additional values here for a plus. In one area here you have general options, then you have fan management to the right of it. You have overclocking beneath it, which is classical, and then to the right you have the alternative, which is the absolute. It's just too much information and so many different ways just to even control fans. You could probably spend a day making a video on it. All these little plus minus buttons just driving me nuts. It's just not a very good interface in my opinion, and that's why I'm so happy that they redesigned it with the new interface. So let's go take a look at that. To access the new QuickMiner OCTune tool, you'll go down and right-click on the QuickMiner like you normally would, except rather than clicking the OCTune, you'll click a new option beneath it, New OCTune Tool, Beta, as I've just showed you, and this will open up the new OCTune with the redesigned interface. When the new OCTune tool opens, you'll see a completely redesigned interface, and the layout is very different, and plus it has a sexy graph. But overall, I found that the workflow is almost identical to the previous versions of the OCTune tool. The layout and presentation of information is much better than the previous version, but this still leaves room for improvement. So beginning with the top portion of the screen, if I look at it, I have all my primary indicators. I have my mining, my status, I have my total power consumption efficiency, as well as temperature. And that's all broken down too in the graph here. To the right-hand side, I have my different controls. Now, in the top right section of the screen, you'll see there's the preferences area. Beneath that, I have my general options, profiles, overclocking, fan, and auto tuning. So in that right window is where I would be making all my settings, whether it be for the OCTune tool, the monitoring, or applying different fan settings and overclock settings. Scrolling down, I see they've broken down the absolute and the delta values once again into two separate panels. So up top I see the excavator status, and that has the absolute values. So my core clock, my voltage, and memory is shown up top, and then beneath that is the OCTuner panel, which has the delta values. And this is one area I hope they can improve upon the layout even further. I would love to see the absolute values and the delta values put into a single window. Maybe even put the delta values in little brackets beneath the absolute values. But this is one thing I think that's an improvement upon in the overall layout, but I would love to see this consolidated further into a single panel. Now that I've covered the screen layout, showing the key indicators up top, as well as the two different panels for overclock settings beneath that, let's move on to making some changes using the new OCTune tool. It's very important when you're overclocking to make the correct overclocks to the right card. And that's one thing I wanted to point out. That's a distinction with this new version of the OCTune tool. There's this new pre-fill button, and it may not be very clear what it is, at least it wasn't to me. So pre-fill actually sets the settings in the overclock to the settings for that card. So the checkbox would normally be used to apply the settings, but if you wanted to pre-fill the overclock settings into that area, you'd be clicking on that pre-fill button. Let me show you. See, if I just come here, you see it's set to 0 for the core clock delta, and I click the pre-fill button, and now those values are populated based on the card I just selected settings. The last enhancement I want to talk about is on their graph, that as you make changes, you will see visually in the actions what the effect may be. Did the hash rate go up? Did it go down? And you can see it in the action bar there, which you can enable or disable if you click on that action checkbox there. But overall, the workflow, aside from knowing that pre-fill button there, is pretty much identical to what I've been using in the previous version of the OCTune tool. So there's no major changes to learn, just getting reacclimated to the new screen layout. Although I appreciate the new look and layout of the OCTune tool, I feel the workflow is almost identical to the previous version of the OCTune in general, and I hope there to be some more improvements on the simplicity of doing overclocking going forward, especially, maybe doing something instead of the pre-fill button, some way to signify which card I'm working on, especially if you're dealing with a multi-card rig. It can become a lot more complex. But I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts if you've tested this new version of the OCTune tool, so drop it down below, and I hope to maybe send NiceHash a new consolidated email. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more leverage and we can get some of our new features in that we're looking forward to. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, like, and press down on that subscribe button so you're notified of any updates and improvements I'm learning about this. I welcome all your questions and comments, and drop them down below. Till next time, stay safe. See you on the next video. Happy mining!